What is dance? That is a big question. Here is an answer that is short and sweet. Dance is an art form that uses movement to communicate our ideas, feelings, and experiences. But how? Dance can be broken down into the following 5 elements: body, action, space, time, and energy. These 5 elements are interconnected. At times, it is hard to separate one from the other. But as we discuss each one, we will include specific vocabulary used to talk about dance and examine how each element can be manipulated to create different results. Body. Who dances? The dancer, of course. Imagine a body moving in rhythmic steps and motions, usually performing to music. That's dance. Sounds simple, right? Dance critic Walter Terry put it best this way: no paints nor brushes, marbles nor chisels, pianos or violins are needed to make this art, for we are the staff that dance is made of. It is born in our body, exists in our body, and dies in our body. Dance, then, is the most personal of all the arts. It springs from the very breath of life. The human body is what others see when they look at dance. Sometimes the body is still. Other times it may be in motion. A dancer can use the whole body or emphasize individual body parts when moving. When you watch dance, try to notice the position of the body. Is it symmetrical, with the right and left sides doing the same thing or not? What shape is the body making? Are the shapes sharp and angular, or soft and rounded? Is the body curved, twisted, or straight? Just as some colors in the painting may be more vibrant than others, you may notice dancers who have exceptional body control. They have worked hard to train their bodies, essentially their instrument of expression, to achieve superior balance, strength, and agility. Pay extra attention to how dancers use their breath when working through a dance phrase or a series of movements. Dancers use bodies to take internal ideas, emotions, and intentions and express them in an outward manner, sharing them with the others. Dance can communicate this internal world, or it can be abstract, focusing on shapes and patterns. In this video of the Baile group of performing arts, you can see how the dancers use individual body parts to create a beautiful effect in space. They created different hand movements to emphasize that part, and doing different poses to emphasize each one of them. Go! Action. The dancer does what? They move. Action is any human movement involved in the act of dancing. What do dancers do? They move. This is the action they perform. Movement can be divided into 2 general categories: non-locomotor or axial movement and locomotor movement. Non-locomotor movement or axial movement is any movement that occurs in one spot. Here are the following non-locomotor movements: bending, These are movement around any joint, to move from a straight position into a curved position. Stretching or extending. This is done by straightening or extending any part of the body from the joints. Lifting or raising. This is done by elevating a part of the body, usually for the arms and legs. Twisting. This is rotating a body part while the base stays stationary. Turning. This is done by a circular movement of the body, including the base. Swinging. Moving a body part side to side or forward and back like a pendulum. Swaying. Shifting weight from one side to the other side smoothly. Shaking. A short, quick vibrating movement in a body part or the whole body. Pulling. Executing force to cause object to move towards one's body. Pushing. Applying force against an object or person to move it away for one's body. Balancing. Even distribution of weight, enabling you to remain upright and steady. Locomotor movement. Any movement that travels through space. Here are the following locomotor movements. Walking. A step on one foot followed by the other foot continuously. Running. Step on one foot followed by the other foot continuously with longer strides and in faster speed than walking. Hopping is springing on one foot and landing on the same foot. Skipping is done with a step and a hop using the same foot. Jumping is springing on one foot or both feet and landing on both feet. On landing, always bend knees slightly. Flipping is springing on one foot and landing on the other foot. Wide stride. Sliding is done by gliding on the floor, sideward or forward, using the right and left foot alternately. Galloping is stepping on one foot and catching the other, either sideward or forward. There are more locomotors and non-locomotor movements. Those are just some of the several examples of it. It is essential to understand and learn the locomotor and non-locomotor movements because these are the fundamental movements that we need to combine to do a more complex skills like different dance steps or step patterns in dancing. Action includes small movements like facial expressions or gestures, as well as larger movements like lifts, carries, or catches done with a partner or in a group. Action is also considered the movement executed as the pauses or stillness between movements. Dancers work together with the choreographer to practice and refine the action of the dance. When the action has been set or finalized, the dancers must memorize their movement sequences to be able to perform them. Watch the ballet group of performing arts perform a dance sample showing action. The variations of locomotor and non-locomotor movements, expressions and gestures, and so with the stillness and pause. Space. Where does the dancer move? Through space. We're not talking about the final frontier here. We're talking about where the action of dance takes place. Dance moves through space in an endless variety of ways. To better explain, here are some ways a choreographer or dancer thinks about space. Level. Is the movement on the floor or reaching upward? Are they performed high, medium, or low? Direction. Does the movement go forward, backward, sideways, right, left, or on a diagonal? Place. Is the movement done on the spot, which is personal space? Or does it move through space, a general space, downstage, or upstage? Orientation. Which way are the dancers facing? Pathway. Is the path through space made by the dancers curved, straight, or zigzagged? Or is it random? Size. Does the movement take up a small, narrow space or a big, wide space? Relationships. How are the dancers positioned in space in relationship to one another? Are they close together or far apart? Are they in front of, besides, behind, over, under, alone, or connected to one another? The list above helps us understand how to think about movement through space. Imagine how many ways you could perform a simple movement, like clapping your hands if you run it through the different concepts listed above. Remember, space can be both indoors and outdoors, and some dances are created with specific spaces in mind. The action in the ballet group of performing arts is very simple, consisting mostly of walking and mincing. Notice how the concept of space is explored in a variety of ways as the dancers constantly change direction and orientation. Their relationship to one another also keeps shifting. At times, they form one line, diagonal lines, circle, passing through one another. At other moments, they move in unison. Watch for both straight and curved pathways, and think about how many ways the choreographer was able to manipulate the elements of space. Time. How does the body move in relation to time? Choreographers must make decisions about timing. Are their movements quick or slow? Are certain steps repeated in different speeds during the work? If so, why? We can think of time in the following ways. Clock time. We use clock time to think about the length of the dance or parts of the dance measured in seconds, minutes, or hours. Timing relationships. When dancers move in relation to each other, before, after, together, sooner than, or faster than. Metered time. A repeated rhythmic pattern often used in music, like 2/4 time or 4/4 time. If dancers are done to music, the movement can respond to the beat of the music or can move against it. The speed of the rhythmic pattern is called its tempo. Free rhythm. A rhythmic pattern is less predictable than metered time. Dancers may perform movement without using music, relying on cues from one another. The element of time is easily noticed in the performance of the ballet group of performing arts. The clapping of the hands and stomping of feet creates the rhythm to be heard. Energy. How? The dancer moves through space and time with energy. So now we have bodies moving through space and time. Isn't it that enough? Not quite. We need the fifth and last elements of dance. Energy. Energy helps us to identify how the dancers move. What effort are they using? Perhaps their movements are sharp and strong, or maybe they are light and free. Energy also represents the quality of the movement, its power and richness. For choreographers and dancers, there are many possibilities. The effort of the dancers used can communicate meaning, depending on the energy involved. A touch between two dancers may be gentle and light, perhaps indicating concern or affection. Or it may be sudden and forceful, indicating anger or playfulness. Energy is crucial in bringing the inner expression of emotion out of the stage performance. Some ways to think about energy are: attack. Is the movement sharp and sudden or smooth and sustained? Weight. Thus the movement shows heaviness, as if giving into gravity, or is it light with a tendency upward? Flow. Does the movement seem restricted or bound, with a lot of muscle tension, or is it relaxed, free, and easy? Quality. Is the movement tight, flowing, loose, sharp, swinging, swaying, suspended, collapsed, or smooth? The element of energy is important in the performance of the Danka Alma dance troupe. The dancers use a sharp, percussive attack and have pauses between movements that break the flow. Danka Alma dance troupe has a sense of weight. They bend their knees and frequently move to the floor. Finally, a great way to remember the five elements is by thinking the acronym BASTE. Body, action, space, time, and energy.
Festival dances. Festival dances are cultural dances performed to the strong beats of percussion instruments by a community of people sharing the same culture, usually done in honor of a patron saint or in thanksgiving of a bountiful harvest. Festival dances may be religious or secular in nature. But the best thing about festivals is that they add on the merrymaking and festivities where they are celebrated. The reason why they are called festival dances after all. Festival dances draw the people's culture by portraying the people's way of life through movements, costumes, and implements inherent to their place of origin. Some of the famous festivals in the country include Sinulog of Cebu, Dinagyang of Iloilo, Ati-Atihan of Kalibo Aklan, Buyogan and Lingayan of Leyte, Bangus of Dagupan, Tinalak of South Cotabato, Mascara of Bacolod City, Bambanti of Isabela, and Kadayawan of Davao. Many others, especially from Luzon, are now paving their way to join the country's festival of festivals, the Aliwan Fiesta, which is done in the month of April. Filipinos do festivals primarily to celebrate. There are a multitude of reasons for this reason. We celebrate our unity amidst the diversity of cultures, and we celebrate our industry bringing about a bountiful harvest. Festivals have been a consistent crowd-producing activity leading to upliftment of a community's economy due to its tourism and entertainment value. Basically, festivals are a form of entertainment that attracts foreign and domestic tourists to visit a place, eventually leading to the elevation of the Filipinos' quality of life. Whatever festival we celebrate, be it done to honor a religious icon or celebrate our industry, festival dances reflect the unity of the Filipino community that despite of the economic, social, environmental, cultural, and political challenges we face every day, there can be no other race more resilient than ours. As mentioned earlier, festivals may either be religious, in honor of a certain religious icon, or secular or non-religious, in thanksgiving or celebration of people's industry and bountiful harvest. The following are some of the said festivals.